I'm Kat from the Pole Vault Studio. Today we're going to do hip flexors. That's these ones here. You need these for holding a straddle on the pole. You need these strong for your split. It's no good just having loose muscles for flexibility. You need them to be strong as well. And often if you can't get the splits, if your front leg is straight, it's because of these on the back leg that are stopping it. So we're going to do some warm up first, because it's not just the hip flexors, it's the quads and the hamstrings and the glutes and the hips and all of it. So we'll start by warming up the quads, which is going back to the 80s aerobics. So you just want to kick your bum, and this is going to warm up your quads. But before we start doing anything, because you don't want to start pulling muscles, just from doing stretches, because you don't want to ever stretch cold. It's not good for you. So do 10 each side. And now we'll do some squats, so feet just over shoulder width apart. You want to think of sitting backwards onto a chair and squeezing as you come up.
4, 5.
Yeah, do
6,
10 of these.
7, 8, 9, 10.
And now plie squat, so point your feet out to the side. You can take a slightly wider stance, and this is going to work your inner thighs. So again, 10 of these.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And click in.
7, 8, 9, 10.
And now we'll do some lunges. Should I lunge? Now
That way.
that way.
Yeah, that way.
Okay. So do 10 on each leg. You can either do 10 on one leg and then 10 on the other, or you can do what I'm doing and switch legs. Be careful with your knees. You don't want your knees to go over your toes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And now we're going to stay with the lunges. What you want to do, we're going to do an active lunge. So this is going to focus on strengthening your quad and your hip flexor muscles. So you want to start in a low lunge, like this. Again, you don't want your knee over your toes. The back foot, you want... Have I locked a cat in there? I did. Hello, Storm.
Hello, Storm.
When did you go in there?
You never come up the attic.
That was Storm. Okay. So, you want your front leg at right angle. You don't want your knee to go over your toe. Your back leg, you're going to tuck your toes underneath. And you're going to push up. So you're going to squeeze your quads and your hip flexors. You can hang on to something if you haven't got the balance, like I haven't. And you just want to squeeze and come up.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You should feel it here. And then we'll do the other side. Again, you want to tuck your toe underneath and keep that knee back from your toes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
working with the lunges. What we're going to do is warm up the hip flexors and the hamstrings now, so because you need them both for splits. So you come to your low lunge, and we're going to go rock backwards and forwards. So you want to rock forwards, stretch out your hip flexor, and then pull back to stretch out your hamstring. If you keep your foot flexed and toes pointing upwards, it's going to increase the stretch. So you want to do about 10 of these on each side, but it's up to you how many you do.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And then switch sides.
It's good doing it in Welsh as well, because like the sports are doing it in Welsh.
Un, dau, tri, pedwar, pump, chwech, saith, wyth, naw, 10. Okay, and now we'll do, so that's active flexibility. We'll do some low lunge passive flexibility. This is one of my favourites for increasing hip flexor stretch. So coming to your low lunge, you want to keep your chest upright, push forwards with the back hip, sink the hip down, again keep this straight. You should feel the stretch on your hip flexor. You can go into it a bit deeper. You use your breath, so when you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. You want to hold this for about 30 seconds. If you're just doing maintenance stretching, so you just want to maintain the length of your muscles, hold it for 15. If you want to do developmental stretches, so you want to increase your flexibility, then 30 to 60 seconds. The older you are, the more you'll need to hold it. And I wasn't counting. Have you been counting?
No, I was distracted because Theo's walking around on the land. And you, hey Glerken.
Oh my god. Nexa's baby doesn't stop crying. We've been playing Night Wish and Hailstorm to her. She seems to like it. So, on this side, you can see, hello. This is Theo. This is not our cat, but Theo lives with us. This is where you should feel the stretch. Hello.
That's it, Theo. Stand right in front of the muscle.
Look at it. This is our naughty cat. So you really want to focus on this stretch. Do not knock the camera over.
I'll hold that.
So this is really good, and like you can just do this one anywhere. Like come in from walking the dog, drop down. Do a
Good
low
if
lunge.
you sit in an office all day.
Yeah, because if you're sat down all day, if you have a desk job, you sat down, your hip flexors will actually shorten because they're being used to being held in this position all day, so they will shorten. So get up every hour or so and just do the low lunge either side just to help strengthen them out, and it's a really good one. Okay, now go into some active ones. These ones are hard at first, but they do get easier. We'll start with the easy version. So sit upright, back straight, toes pointed. You want to lean forward slightly, but keeping the boobs to the gods. Put your hands either side of your knee. If you can, reach a little bit further. It is easy if you lean back, if you need to do that at first, but we really want to have you lean forward. Just going to lift your leg. This activates
3,
the
4,
hip flexors and the quads. So this will help with your active flexibility
7,
up the pole.
8, 9, 10.
And we'll do 10 each legs. If I do more, you'll hate me.
10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, slightly harder version is in the straddle. So again, you're going to lean slightly forward, hands either side of the knee, point your toes,
1
and left. This
2,
helps for keeping
3,
like the teddy
4,
in the air, or
5,
straddles, or
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
and then the other side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not the baby
Quick.
crying, that's some of our cats
6.
fighting.
You got distracted me then, I lost count.
That's fine, I kept counting, that was 10. Okay, and now, slightly harder again, I'm going to do them both together.
1, 2, 3,
You don't have to get them very
4,
high, as long as you feel it here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And now,
Progression.
just check that. This is a progression. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can substitute it for, I don't know, pillows, tins, or just pretend, or imaginary yoga blocks, or a cat, if you've got a cat hanging around. So we'll start with the pike one. Again, point your toes, and you're just going to lift it up and over the block. Again, do 10 each side. It will start to burn. These ones are really good though. These are probably the best ones for active hip flexor mobility. If this is too easy, and go higher. If that's too easy, God knows how that would be too easy, go higher again, you can stack them. You can go lower as well. And we'll do the other leg. You can have like a whole row of these and just keep going. So, make it a little bit harder. I'm suffering with you. Although probably not as much because I do these a lot. When we first started doing them, oh my god, felt like my leg was made of lead. Keep your toes pointed because it keeps the muscles engaged. And now, do it from the straddle. So, start with your leg outside the block. This gets into the hips now.
2,
You should be really feeling it, like they should be burning now.
3, 4.
This is fucking hideous.
5. God, I'm not the one doing it.
I think this would be good for me.
6,
It's good for me. It's fucking hideous.
7, 8. When you're doing a fitness video, you're supposed to not show that it hurts. You're supposed to be all cheerful and looking like it's just so easy.
I know. Horrendous, you'll find out when you do it. Again, if you haven't got yoga blocks, just pretend.
Books.
Books, cats, small children.
Your pleasers.
Yeah, you can use your pleasers.
Start with the 6-inch pleasers, work your way up to the 10-inch.
that's how you can monitor progression. If you want to do this in your pleasers, just to make it like harder and add some weight to your ankles, you crack on. I'm not going to. It's miserable enough. I've lost count. I think that's 9. This leg's not as hideous as the right leg.
Oh, I find the left leg more hideous.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I know, because like, you know, you haven't suffered enough. Both together.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, now we'll go into some more passive. So that one's very active. We'll do the pigeon pose. See this in a lot of yoga. Oh my god, they hurt. Okay, so kind of starting your low lunge. Now you want your hips square. You do not want, if you can see here, I'm sat to the side, bum cheek is off the floor. No. Roll. So you want your hips square. If you struggle, get your yoga block, stick it under your bum cheek, and that helps to level out your hips and just makes it a little bit easier to get into the right position. You don't need your leg at a right angle. You can tuck your foot in closer if it makes it easier to get into the right position. So again, you want to hold this for about 30 seconds, but you want to really focus on squaring your hips, keeping your chest up, pushing this hip flexor down. This is where you should feel it, in your front glute. If you can't, then walk the foot forwards a little bit. And now, if you can, slight progression. Move the blocks out of the way. Lie down. Again, force the straight leg, the hip, into the ground so that your hips are level. You don't want to sink here because that's not going to help you. You should really feel it here in your glutes now. And now, to increase the stretch on the back leg, reach back, foot into your elbow, and try and pull. You're aiming to get your heel to your bum. This is my least flexible side.
And chest pointing forward.
Yeah. Chest pointing forward. Keep your hips as square as you can. This should really burn your hip flexor now.
You can squeeze your bum cheek and then you sort of feel it a bit more, or you feel it more in your quad as well.
Release it and then switch sides. This is my preferred pigeon side because my left side's a little bit more flexible. So again, square hips, chest up, look forwards. You want to constantly focus on not letting your hip roll out to the side, so if you need to put a yoga block underneath it. Again, hold each one for about 30 seconds.
I like the pigeon stretch.
I do as well, it's one of my favourites.
It's not a hideous one like some of them.
And again, come down,
Keeping those hips flat and square.
and then again, come up to sitting. As you can see, this side's a lot more flexible. And again, you want to still focus on keeping the hips square because it's a lot easier to just roll out like that. You will get your heel closer to your bum, but it's not working that. You need to keep it square. Okay, now another thing you can do, I don't do this one because I have issues with my knees, but I'll show you it, I'll demonstrate it, but I'm not going to hold it. It's the wall lunge. If you, I do it against the bookcase. So you want to come into your lunge, but what you're aiming for is to get the back leg. You can rest it against a bed or a settee, or like I'm doing, a bookcase, and you want to come so that your front leg's at 90 degrees, and you want to push forwards with your hips, and you will feel it all up here. I'm okay doing it on this leg, which is weird because this is my bad knee, but I can't do it on the other side. So you really want to keep your chest up, think about pushing forwards and sinking this leg down. So this is a really good stretch. But if, like me, it hurts your knees, you don't want to be on. You want to be above your kneecap. But the pigeon stretch that we did, where you bring your leg up, it works the same muscles, and I find that preferable. You can do this with a yoga strap, so you can put a yoga strap around your ankle and pull it like that, and that increases the stretch because you're not like resting. It turns it into a more active stretch if you're more like that. Do each side for about 30 seconds, but I'm not going to do the other side.
Yeah,
that's it for hip flexors. Like even if you just do 1 or 2 of these a day for 30 seconds, you will gradually notice a difference in your splits, and to help get that back leg flat, and also in pole moves to help keep your legs up. So enjoy, feel the burn. Well done. If you want to, like the video, subscribe to it, and we'll be posting more videos most days. Just keep an eye on the channel. We will do some conditioning, pole work, non-pole work as well. So, thank you for watching.